Hey, welcome to the finale of my Hammer Horror Universal Monsters. Or Monsters, however you want to call it. It's Dracula, Frankenstein, Mummy, Wolfman, some of these others, and finally we're getting to the big bone hotshot himself, Dracula. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Let's get right into it, and let's see which each one is. Scars of Dracula. This is the 6th Hammer Dracula film, 5th film with Christopher Lee as Dracula. Let's get into the next one. So here we have Taste the Blood of Dracula. This one I remember more fondly. It is actually pretty interesting of a movie. 2 new DVDs in this one package. I think I know what these are, but nothing has said it's delivered yet. So yeah, you got Horror of Dracula, the first of the Hammer horror films, with Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee as Dracula. And then the last of the Hammer films with Christopher Lee and Peter Cushing against each other, and Christopher Lee being Dracula. So yeah. Hey guys, so I just wanted to let you know to absolutely not buy this piece of shit, the Satanic Rites of Dracula DVD. Not only is it a burnt disc, but it's a shitty, terrible copy of an old TV port. In fact, apparently this movie is in the public domain, so you can easily go out and get it from any retail and anyone can put it out there. So just be curious, go out and get the Warner Archive collection or any other Blu-ray out there. Absolutely, if you see this cover, you're gonna end up getting a movie that looks like this. You do not want a movie that looks like this. Please, I'm forewarning you, go out and get something else. $10 for the Warner Archive Collection DVD. It's not that bad. Let's not worry about anything. Let's get right to it. Dracula has risen from the grave. It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice, not gonna lie. Dracula AD 1972. I know it's a weird title, but hey, it's a pretty fun movie. So I'm pretty happy with it, yeah. So yeah, this will be pretty fun. Just get into these. Prince of Darkness. And looking at this case, when you really look at it, I think this is a burnt DVD copy because it kind of looks like this is transposed onto a different thing, but it does say all regions free, so I do want to try and check this. Film collection. Obviously, I bought it again just for the Brides of Dracula DVD. Like I've said before, this would have been a great thing to have, to not have to get Brides of Dracula if Curse of the Werewolf and the Brides of Dracula were on their own disc. So my thing is like, why can't they all be on their own different disc? But last but not least, Dracula. This is the biggest one to go through. So with that being said, I'm going to try and combine these the best that I can. And I'm actually missing a case, so yeah. So with that being said, let's just go ahead and start off with the colored remake that started all this off, Horror of Dracula. It's not called that anymore, but I prefer to call it that to differentiate it from all the other Dracula movies that we have out there. It's crazy. But this is Christopher Lee in the role. This is the one that set him on the map. This is the one that kind of typecast him. It's a great movie. I definitely recommend it. Like, once again, just like The Mummy, Curse of Frankenstein, this is like the first one to get from distributors, so it's super easy to get. Go out and buy it. Probably only like 10 or 15 bucks. Price up here. Super easy to get. Absolutely love it. So yeah. Here's where I come into the problems, such as The Evil of Frankenstein and Curse of the Werewolf. I had to buy another one of these just to get Brides of Dracula on its own disc. Now, if you don't care about that and you're glad to just have all of them and you just want to shove them in and put them on a corner somewhere, that's fine. But obviously, as you see with my DVD collection, I don't do that. I had to get a separate disc, so I had to buy 2 of these. So now I get like an extra Curse of the Werewolf and Evil of Frankenstein, which just sucks. It just sucks, okay? It ticks me off so much. I hate it. I hate it so much. All they had to do was just not put Brides of Dracula and Curse of the Werewolf on the same disc, and this would have been just so easy. It ended up working out because I ended up using the case for like a different collection, one of my TV shows. So if it works out for you like it did for me, go ahead. But like I said, like I keep saying, you could probably get these all on Blu-ray. So yeah. But Brides of Dracula doesn't have Dracula in it. It's funny because it's not really a Dracula movie, but they just put the title there. So doesn't even actually have the brides, but it's a fun little movie with Peter Cushing as Van Helsing, and it's kind of just a tale in the life of his story, so I definitely recommend it. But the one where Christopher Lee doesn't even speak as Dracula, Prince of Darkness. Yeah, this when I originally got this, I thought this was going to be like a burnt DVD disc, and part of me still thinks that it is. But when I took the disc out and I flipped it over, there was no blue, so that tells me it's not really a DVD-R. Could be wrong, but usually you'll see blue when it's a DVD-R. I don't know why. Someone can tell me in the comments, but yeah. But Dracula Prince of Darkness, it's a fun little one. He comes back. Apparently, there's this thing where like he hated the script and he was not going to say a single line, so he didn't in the movie, and they just shot it anyways because they were like, "Holy shit, we got him back! Just shoot the movie!" And the producers and the writers were like, "No, no, 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 no. We wrote it like that so that because he shouldn't say anything. He's Dracula. He just has that presence." And clearly, when you watch the movie, he should be saying things, but he's just not. But he's still killing it, and for his second time playing the character, this put him on the map again in the role, cemented him with it, and I love it, absolutely love it. Yeah. So I'm gonna combine these two, but Dracula has risen from the grave and taste the blood of Dracula. Once again, go ahead, pause the read. He's back in the role. This is actually a DVD-R from the Warner Archive collection. They did not change the disc. This is not. They did change the disc. These are both Warner Bros. Releases. I think these were pretty easy and cheap to get. I'll put the prices up here. But yeah, this one I think literally follows up Prince of Darkness. He gets reawoken from the water. This one follows up this one. He gets brought back to life once someone drinks the blood of him. They're both very typical movies of him seeking revenge on someone and killing them and attacking them, manipulating them. So it's a lot of fun, and he's not really in them that much, I think. It's kind of something he got away with, but yeah, they both, I think, released in... Actually, this one didn't release. This, I think, was like 68, and then this one was 70, but yeah. They kind of go well together as like a trio. So like, yeah, this, and then Prince of Darkness kind of go well together as like a little trio. And these were all like pretty cheap, from like $10 to $20. So yeah, kind of works as a nice little trilogy in a way. Another movie to come out in 1970, Scars of Dracula. This one I don't really remember much. It doesn't really follow the other ones, but it kind of just has Dracula in another castle doing his thing. He plays the role a little differently, but kind of fun. So yeah, it's another one before they did the whole bring him into the modern world, 1970s modern world, that is. But it's a pretty fun time. I definitely recommend it. I had to go on eBay to pay for this one, and it was like $40 to $50. So if you can find a Blu-ray that's cheaper, I definitely recommend it. But it did come with a nice little extra DVD disc of Christopher Lee's other roles, little documentary disc. So yeah, still a fun one, still recommend it, still have fun with it. Just one that I don't remember too much of, weirdly. I'm going to combine these two because they come like pretty much right after each other, but Dracula AD 1972 and the Satanic Rites of Dracula. Now this I found for like $6.99, and I thought it was a steal. I haven't been able to check the disc because I don't have a DVD player, but it is like a bootleg burnt disc. It may be better out there, but honestly I'm just glad to have it because everything else was going to be either I can't find it on Amazon, or it's going to be like Scars of Dracula $40. So yeah, but these two are back to back, both in 1970. This one kicks it off. It's very 1970s. I absolutely love it. Once again, Christopher Lee is back, and these two kind of just follow up one another. This one, he's just coming back and seeking revenge on Van Helsing and the family and trying to do something with them, I guess. But such an interesting title, Dracula AD 1970. What does that mean? The Satanic Rites of Dracula. This one, I think, is about him trying to like kill the world or something. And he wants to die with them. I don't know. He somehow comes back after this one, but two very fun 70s films. I don't know, man. They are crazy. They're absolutely crazy. Yeah. That was also the last one to have Christopher Lee in the role of Dracula. So hey, don't mind the Frankenstein. Obviously, I'm bringing this back out because it came as a double feature disc. Anchor Bay released of Legend of the Seven Golden Vampires. So this one, there's not really much to say. It's just not a good movie, but it's Dracula, vampires, Japan, martial arts, peer cushioning. What more can you say? What more can you say? Just go watch it. Just go watch it. You might enjoy it. This is not the best disc to get this, since it is a double-sided disc, but it's the only one I could find on DVD. So if you find something better on Blu-ray, go ahead and do it. As you can tell, we finally finished all of our Hammer Horror Universal Monsters. That's kind of the best way I can put it. Whether you're going Blu-ray or DVD, these can be very hard to find since they all have like different distributors. And yeah, I hope you got something out of this, and stay tuned for the next video. Thank you so much for checking this video out. If you want to see the previous videos in this series, make sure to click right over there. Also, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know which of these Dracula films was your favorites down in the comments. But that's the end for this series. Gear up and gear out.